Hello friends, welcome back. So in this session we will learn logging API in Java. So what is logging API and why we need this logging API? So to understand that one, let's see one simple program first. So suppose this is our very basic program that is printing hello world and welcome to Java programming language course on your console. Console is where is the console? Wherever you are executing the program, it will be considered that will be considered as a log, and in that log only this message will be printed. So if I run this one, you will see the output here. Yes, so it is a printing in this console only, but this is not the to see the output, to see the very basic output, that this approach is fine, but this is not recommended for the application, because if you have to write some message, that should be written using some logger only, or we can say that we have to use logger instead of this system.out.println or system.error.println. Error is also there. So instead of this one, we should use some logger to log this message or log the exception or to track the applications. So this is the use of logger here. We should not use these SOPs to write any to check the variables value or to track the applications flow or to print some message into the console. So we should not use this SOP statement, this system.out or system.error. So instead of that one, we have to use some logger to log the record into some file or into some appender, that we will see what exactly the logger. So here if we see the definition of logger, then it says logger API can be used for tracing the application information. This is the one use. For that purpose we have to use logger. Another one, logging API is used to log the exception or error of an application. Suppose sometime we are getting the exception, we are using try block, catch block, or we are throwing some exception from the method. So to handle that exception, what we are doing, we are logging that, we are doing the print stack trace. We are doing the print stack trace for the for that exception, but where that print stack trace information will be placed, that will be placed into your console only if we are using system.out or system.error. But that we should not do that one, because if suppose if your application is deployed into some server, in that case you cannot see the logs actually. So how will you identify the logs? Where you will check the log if you have to check? Suppose some exception or error is coming in your application. So in that case you must have to go with logging techniques only. Means that error or exceptions you have to log into some file, and you have to go to that file and you can see the log. So this, for that purpose we have to use logging API. Another one is logging API can also be used to track the flow of an application. Yeah, you can track the flow, whether this particular method it is calling, it is entering, and with what is the value of that parameter. So all those information you can track using this logger also. So this is the use of logging API, and the logging API is available under java.utl.logging package. Under this package, this logging API is available. Along with this logging API, some other logging like log4j, that is given by Apache. So many other logging APIs is there, and for Spring also they are giving some other logging API with there. So many other APIs are also there for logging, but this is the logging that is coming with Java, with JDK itself only. So that's why we are learning this logging API here. Other loggings like log4j or any other logging API also you can use, no issue, but the concept is quite similar only. So here, however, rather than manually parsing the stack trace and sending the output to system.error, send to output to console or file or socket or stream. Instead of sending the print stack trace to system.error or system.out, send it to console or file or socket or stream using logging facility in java.util.logging package. So the following API include the logging API include the following classes, interfaces, enums, etc. So one is logger. This is very important. This is a class. A logger object is used to log the message. A logger, this logger class is available under java.util.logging. So this logger object can be used to log the message, for a specific system or application component. We can get the logger object by following static method of logger class. If we have to get the logger object, then we can get the logger by using any of this static method. Get anonymous logger. For this logger there will no name. If get anonymous logger, it means that logger will not have any name. It will get one logger without any name. Get anonymous logger with this resource bundle name. What is the resource bundle? We have already seen. Resource bundle means key value pair for localization and internationalization we are using. So we will see this also here. So we can give the logger resource bundle name, and logger will be created for that resource bundle name. Get global means the global logger it will return, means only one logger is created globally for the application, and that logger will be returning this one. Get logger for a particular name. You can give some name, logger name, my application logger or something like that, my logger, new logger, any name you can give. This is a string. Get logger with this name. Get logger with this name with this resource bundle you can use. You can give this this logger name and this resource bundle. This is the resource bundle name, this is a logger name. So it will give you the logger, logger object. So let's see first this one. So here this is the example of a logger. Yes. So how we are creating getting the logger? Just currently I am closing these all. Okay, yes. So now what I am doing here, I am creating one logger here. Yeah, anonymous logger first. So this is the one logger. Using this logger I am logging the greet, this message or message. This is the message I am logging. So if I run this one, you will see. Yes, see now this is logging quite differently. See, if I am writing here SOP statement, simple, I am writing here SOP statement, just so system.error. So using this error, if I am logging this message or greet something, you will see the difference here only. See message and greet, it is coming only, or you can use out, no issue, it's up to your choice. So if you see here, this is the output for this message and greet, but we are not getting any other information after along with this one. Whenever I am writing this message and greet, along with this message and greet, I am not getting any other information. But if I am using logger, then I am getting some specific detail. See, what is the detail? What is the date for that one? 27 November 2021. What is the time for that one? What is the class name where you are getting the logger? What is the logger level? That is information for information purpose. Greet. So all these information I am getting when I am using this logger if I am directly using system.out or system.error, I am not getting any other additional information. So this is the one benefit we are getting here. We should use this logger. If we are using this logger, and one more, we are getting very formatted, very much formatted way of that information. See, this is very well formatted format for the information. See, here we are getting greet. Before to this greet, when we get this information, we got this information at this time, we got this message at this time, we got this warning at this time. And where this exception came at line number 61 of logger demo.java class, line number 61. Yeah, this at this line we got. What is the message for that one? We are printing. So here we no need to write print stack trace also. We are not writing any print stack trace here, no. Simply we are logging log warning. We are giving warning. Warning is what? Error. What is that error? This is the exception. Simply we are passing this exception only, and we are getting this error. So this is the benefit we are getting when we will use a logger. So we should always go with logger. Okay, so and logger we can create for anything. See here, with n number of static methods. So this is get anonymous logger. So without logger name, this is we are getting the logger for this resources. What is this resources? This is a resource file. This is the resource file. Like this is for English, this is for Hindi. Greet, message, error, warning, sum. So these are the key here. And inside Hindi also, English, these are the key. Greet, hello, message, welcome to Java programming language, error, warning, sum. And for Hindi also, this is the greet, namaskar, message, नमस्कार जावा प्रोग्रामिंग में आपका स्वागत है. एरर मीन्स त्रुटि, वार्निंग मीन्स चेतावनी, सम मीन्स योग 0. Okay, so this is the what is that one? That is resource bundle that we have already seen. Okay, so we are we have already learned this one, so we are not learning that resource bundle in deep now. So this is the resource bundle file only. Okay, so here in this logger we have created the logger for this resource file, for this resource bundle. So if I run this one now you will see some different output. See, now what will happen? See, namaskar, but I am giving here greet only. Greet means greet logger.log level is info and greet. Now it is not printing here greet. Instead of greet it is printing namaskar. How? Because I am giving here logger. I am giving here a logger. And which logger by default it will take? It will take the system logger. It will take the system logger. So what is the system logger? How it will be? Logger.get default. Okay, so using this logger it will print here. If we are getting global, then it will take global logger. That is also fine. Now we are not passing any, so it is giving greet and message only. We are not passing any resource bundle. This is the logger with the name we are printing. Logger with name. Yeah, we can print with name also, no issue. And logger with the name plus resource bundle. Yes, so this is the resource bundle again, and this is logger. And one more thing, I think we can give the logger, get logger resource bundle name. Yes, so this is the resource bundle name only. Resource bundle it will take from your system. What will be the local, because resource bundle need local also. So local, or by default it will take your system local, whatever the local you have selected. Okay, so this is the logging here. So we are logging in this way. So here using these method, get anonymous logger without name, get anonymous logger with this resource bundle, get logger global logger, get logger with this name, get logger with this name along with this resource bundle. Okay, logging message will be formatted to registered handler object. which can be forwarded the message to variety of destination including console, file, socket, stream. So what exactly this mean? So here is a handler is also there, logging message handler. What is handler? Handler means currently we are logging this this message or information or exception or anything. We are logging all these information. So when we are logging this one, so where this log will be placed? Currently this log is being placed into your console by default. Even this is the default behavior of every logger. Every logger will log the information here only by default. And if you give some any other handler, so it will use that handler. So what is the handler? What is handler here? Logging message will be forwarded to registered handler object. So what is handler? Handler is, yes, so what is handler here? Handler object take log message from the logger and export them. Export them where? Depends on the handler only. So there are so many handler: console handler, file handler, socket handler, stream handler, memory handler, and you can give customer handler also in this way. Okay, that we will see. So handler is what? It will tell where you have to export the message, where you have to export the message. So that is handler. So here we are going to give the handler. So this is our handler, console handler we are giving, and we are adding this handler to logger here. See, this is our logger. To this logger we are adding the handler. Handler of what? This is handler, and this handler is a console handler, because handler is an interface, or sorry, an abstract class, and that abstract class is implemented into console handler. So console handler is the subtype of handler only. So many handlers are available. So currently I am taking this console handler. So if I take this console handler, if you see, if I run this one, and you will see now this is a console handler. By default one console handler is coming, and if I am adding some another handler, so it is taking that handler also. It's no issue. It will come twice here, because console handler we giving, and the default console handler is coming with this logger also. So that's why this two handler is printing two times, namaskar two times, namaskar two times, this one also, trunti, this also two times. So this is the handler. So if I give some file handler, that also we can give. So I am giving now file handler. So I have created one file. Suppose this is that file here, this is that file. Inside this file I have to log some, I have to put my logging message. So this is our file. For this file I have created the file handler, and that handler now I am adding into this file. True means it will append next time, 2 times, 3 times if we are running, so it will append into the same file. It will not create new file. Okay, no, it will not replace the file content if it is already available. So this is the handler, file handler we are creating using this file. So now if I run this one, you will see it will print in console also. Along with that it is printing into this file. Yes, see. So this is printing into this file. Now here this is a one record that this key is greet, message is this one, method name is this one, main, class is this one, level is info, logger name is app logger, sequence 0, this is the date and time, millisecond, this is the date and time, it's coming here, it is in millisecond, it is in nanosecond, sequence. So all this is information. See, now this logger, it is printing in form of XML, because the default formatter, because along with this logger, formatter is also there. See, this is our formatter. So what is formatter? A formatter provides support for formatting the log record. You can format the log record. Typically each logging handler will have formatted associated with it. The formatter take a log record and convert into string. So so there are some formatter is also there, simple formatter and XML formatter, and we can give our own formatter also. Our own formatter we can give in this way. We can extend this formatter class and we can give our custom formatter. So this one we also see. So currently the default formatter, it is default formatter is what? Default formatter is a string, XML formatter. So if we want to change this formatter, then what we can do? So this is one formatter, that is XML formatter, and that formatter we are adding here. So this is the XML formatter only, no? By default it is XML formatter, and now we are also creating XML formatter and we are adding this formatter to this handler. So now this will come into this XML format only again. See, this is coming into this XML format only. So I am deleting this record currently. Okay. Now we will not use this XML formatter, we will provide some other formatter, so like simple formatter. So if we provide this simple formatter and if I run this one, so you will see now it will come into some different format. See, now this log is coming very simple, in the very simple way, very simplified way. However, it is coming into your console, the same format is coming here, same format. Exactly, it is the same format. If I copy this one and if I paste here, so you will see this is the same format. However, it is printing into the console, it is in the same format only. Okay, so this is the simple formatter. If I will use my custom formatter, so this is my custom formatter. This is my custom formatter. I have defined this format. This is our custom formatter. I am extending this formatter class and I have created custom log formatter. That log formatter, whatever, however you want. In the last you have to return string only. However you want to format your message, you can format accordingly. So I have created one string builder. I have taken the date. I have appended the level, class, method. If it is throwable exception, line number, message, all this information I am printing from this logger. So this is the customization way of a logger formatter. I have created one class logging custom log formatter by extending formatter class, and I have formatted that log record accordingly. So this one now I will give here my custom formatter, and that custom formatter I am using and I am adding that custom formatter to this handler. So if I run this one, you will see this will be something different now. Yes, this is that formatter what I have given here. If it is simple message, then I am printing in this way. If it is a message, yeah, so here you can see very clearly. See here, this is a date, but now I have given the date in this format, so it is coming in this format. Here it is the time, I have given the time in this format, so it is coming in this format. After that one, here is a class name, but here class name where I have given here class. So this is that class, same only. This is a level. Here, where is the level? Here only. So here I have given level is info. And after that one, here is the message. So where is the message? This is our message. So however you want, whatever is your wish, I want to format that formatter, I want this format, you can give that formatter. How you can give that formatter? By extending formatter class. By extending formatter class, you can give your implementation here, and accordingly it will format the message. So this is the custom formatter. So currently I will use only simple formatter. Okay, simple formatter. So if I use simple formatter, you will see again it is coming in this format only. So this is our that was our formatter. Now this is a simple formatter. Okay, but simple formatter is very best. You should use this simple formatter always. That is fine. Okay. Or else you can define your own formatter, or no issue, or else you can use XML formatter. That is up to your choice. So these are the formatter. Two formatter is coming with this API. One is simple formatter, another one is XML formatter. And if you are not happy with that one, you want to define some custom formatter, you can define that custom formatter, no issue. And the next one is handler. So we have seen only one handler. What is that handler? One is console handler, one is a file handler. After that one, you can use some socket handler also. This is a socket API. This is using socket API, java.net. I think this is java.net. Wait, socket API. Yes, this is socket API. So the socket API is available under java.net package. We will see this one later. Socket API is also available to create a server and client side application, server side application. You can use that one. So if you know that one, then you can create this socket handler also, because here you have to give the host name and server port, host API and host port number, or you can say server name and server port number. So it will handler means it will write this message into this socket. That socket will be nothing but streams only. Into that stream your message will be written, your log will be written. If it is if you want to write the log into some another machine, currently this log is we are printing into the same machine only. So in the same machine we are creating one file, into that file we are writing. But what if we want to log this record into some other machine? So that one also we can do using this socket handler. In that socket handler we have to specify the host and port, actually host and port of this server. So it will use, currently this host and port is not there, so this is connection is refused. So this is a connection exception, so we cannot use this one. Stream handler is also fine, you can use stream handler. So here we have to give one input stream. So we have already seen in the last session what is input stream, output stream. Sorry, not input stream, we have to give output stream. So using that output stream you can give stream handler, that is also fine. And memory handler, it will do the log into this Java memory only, so that you should not use. You should not use this one, because this will be waste your memory only. Log will be placed into your JVM only, so that is not recommended here. So currently we are using this file handler only, file handler. So in this file handler this log is placing very much fine, this is fine. Okay, so this is all about the handler and formatter. What is formatter? However you want to format the log message, or we can say however we want to format the log, we can give that formatter. And default two formatter is coming with this API. One is XML formatter, another is a simple formatter. And if you are not happy with that one, you can give your custom log formatter by extending formatter class. And in the same way, handler also you can give by extending the handler class. It is up to your choice. If you want to give, you can give. Next one is filter. One more is available, that is called filter. So what is filter? What is filter here? Yeah, a filter can be used to provide the fine grained control over what is logged. Suppose to logging the record, if you want to skip some logging, or if you want to log a particular record only, so in that case you can give the formatter for that log. Suppose here you can see here log level is info, here log level is warning. So what I want to do, I want whether I am logging here this info level also, but I don't want to log this info level. I want to log only the warning level. So how I can do that one? I have to apply a filter. So this is our filter class. So I am giving here my custom log filter. So what is the logging here? Don't log only, sorry, logs only the warning level log, only the warning level log it will log. So that logger, how I can provide this logger now? That logger I can provide, that filter I can provide using this one. Into this logger I can give set filter. So here I am creating one logger, custom logger, and that logger, here I am giving a creating one filter, sorry. So that filter, a custom log filter, that filter I am setting into this loggers, logger dot set filter by passing this filter. So this filter now your logger will use to log the record. And if I run this one, you will see now here line number 30 it is already there, 31. After 31, how many record came? Only one record came. Which one? Only the warning level log is coming. But before to that one, two info log were also there, but that is not logging now. See, info and info, two info and one warning should come, but it is not coming. Suppose if I delete this log, and you will see clearly. So now I will run this one again. So now it's not logging even here in console also. See, it's not logging in console also. Only this warning level log it is logging. Info it is not logging, and it will not log this info here also, because we are giving this logger here, sorry, this filter here. And if I will give you this filter is a negation, it means don't log, it will not log the warning level, other level it will log. So if I run this one, suppose currently I will delete this log, and I will run this one, and you will see here only info level log it is logging. It's not logging the warning level. See, only the info, warning it is not logging. I will run once more and you will see. So here we are info, two info and one warning we are logging, but it will log only the info level log. See, only the info level log it is logging now. So this is the use of let me run again. I think I closed. Okay. Yes, so now I will run this one and I will show you once again. So here this is not logging the warning level, only the info level it is logging. So this is about the filter for logging. So currently I am not using this filter, and what we can avoid this filter because that is an additional feature. Whatever the log we are printing into console, that can be message, or that can be warning, that can be error, that can be any types of level it should be. You should log all that levels into your logger. You should not skip that one, so that it will be easy to track the bug in your application. So that is fine. If you want to give filter, you can give. Okay, we should avoid this one. Next one is this handler, this simple formatter we can use, no issue, and this file handler, fine. So here one thing, one last thing I think. Okay, yes. So now we have seen about the logger. What is logger? Yeah, this is how we can create the logger, and what are the levels of logger. What is the meaning of level of logger? Suppose if it is a warning, then we can print into a warning like that. From this level, logger level, we can understand this is a warning, this is an info, this is an severe means this is a serious failure of your application. Warning means it is a message level indication for potential problem into your application. You are facing some potential problem. For that one you can use warning. Severe means it's a failure, your application is failing for the operations, so that's why you should use severe. If it is info, so to print any information you can use this info. For any configuration, if you are making configuration into logger, so or you are making some configuration into your application, so you can use this config. Fine means you can print some fine message. Yeah, this is for fine, providing some tracking information. To tracing the application, you should use fine, finer, finest, whatever that is the degree of a finer, finest. Okay, so this is the level for log, and for different APIs are also available for logging. Suppose log4j is there. So if you use that log4j, in that one level may be differ. That can be warning, error, message. That finer, finest may be there, may not be there. severe will be definitely there, warning will be there, error also will be one more level will be there, that is error. So something that may differ, that is up to your up to the developer perspective, how exactly developer is thinking. So they have given their levels only, but the concept will be same only for all this logging API. However, whatever the logging API you are using, the concept will remain same. Okay, and here are the some message. Suppose currently we are using log. We are using log method. Log method, here we are passing level and we are passing this message. But what we can do instead of that one, we can use the corresponding message also. If we want to log the info, so the info message is there, sorry, info method is there. And if we want to log the finest, so that method is also available. You can use the corresponding method. Suppose here what we are doing, we are logging this info. So what we can do, we can use directly info here, and in that case we no need to give this in level. That also was fine, because this method name, yeah, this method meaning is that only, this method's meaning is that only. So you should not, because this method is for info level log only. Info means this method is for info level log only. If it is a warning, then warning level log you can do using warning message, you can do like that also. But for warning, this exception you cannot give. Sorry, level you cannot give, because this level is included into this warning only. But here you can give this like that error only. You cannot give this exception. If you have to exception, then always you have to use log only. Okay. So this is also useful, the methods, whatever the method you want to use, you can use corresponding method, or you can use generic method, that is log is a generic method. Log is generic method for the levels. You have to give the level here, you have to tell the level here. But if you want to go with the specific method like info, you no need to give this level now, because level is included in this info only. In the same way, warning is also there. So you can use the logger in this way. Okay, and this is about the logger. Yeah, logger, how we can create the logger. We can create logger in these many way using this static method. And handler, we can add the handler. What is handler? We have already seen. Config level, okay, config. Filter also we can add. How we have seen this filter also. Set level, this level if we set, that will be set for the globally. Set the level, specify message level will be loaded by the logger. So by default, if you are not giving this logger, so this level it will use by default. Message finer, finest, okay, info level log, severe level log, warning level log. Or if it is a log method you want to use, then you should specify level here. Okay, so that is fine. Okay, log record also you can specify, that is fine. You have to create log record, that is not recommended, fine. And level is, these are the levels for that one. Formatter, this is the formatter we have already seen, and these are the simple formatter, XML formatter, and simple formatter and XML formatter. Default is coming, and along with that one, if we want to give some custom formatter, we can give the custom formatter in this way. Okay, that's fine. Handler, this is the handler, console handler, file handler, and if we want to give some other handler, then we can extend handler class, and we can give our implementation into this one. So that is the custom handler. Okay, so this is all about the logging API into Java, that is available under java.util.logging package. Okay, so in the next session we will see the Java reflection API. So I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel, and we will see you in the next session. Till that, bye bye, and thanks for watching.